The FDA is expected to give the green light today to a new prescription diet drug called Cunexa. Back in 2010, an advisory committee voted against its approval because of some serious safety concerns. Take a look. Here are some of the side effects: increased heart rate, confusion, language problems, birth defects. Meg Evans was part of the recent clinical trial. Meg, you lost nearly 50 pounds as we were talking before the break. Did you suffer any of these particular side effects?
No, not a one.
Okay, so you didn't. You were pretty happy with the results.
I actually thought I was on the placebo because there was no side effect that I could feel other than lack of hunger pains, and that's it.
Right, and that's exactly what this drug does. It basically staves off the hunger. It makes you feel full. I want to bring in our senior medical correspondent, Elizabeth Cohen. And Elizabeth, one of the ingredients in this is something called Cunexa. It's phentermine, okay? Now, that's also an ingredient in fen-phen. And we all know about the problems back in the 90s with fen-phen, that they were causing some heart defects. So that was eventually taken off the market. Can we expect the same kinds of problems with this particular drug?
You know, that's not such a concern. Phentermine is half of fen-phen, but it was considered to be the safe half of fen-phen. It was the fenfluramine that was considered problematic, and you can't take that anymore. Now, there are those other concerns that you mentioned, and I want to talk about birth defects for a minute. As you said, you know, Meg didn't worry about that because she wasn't of childbearing age when she took the pill. But when people have taken topiramate, which is one of the ingredients in Cunexa, when they've taken it for other reasons, not weight loss, those women, when they've had children, have seen an increased risk of cleft lip and cleft palate.
Okay, so what's fascinating about this medication is that one of the things we were talking about in the break is that you're actually encouraged to be on birth control while taking this weight loss pill.
Right, it's more than just encouragement. You are told, hey, lady, we'll give you this pill, but you're going to have to be on birth control. They told the women in the clinical trials to go on birth control, but still, a couple of thousand women, they had 34 pregnancies. So that tells you either the women didn't listen or the birth control failed. So this is a serious consideration, and the FDA really looked at this hard while they've been considering this drug.
Right. And Meg, one of the interesting things is that when we were talking to Meg earlier, and that is, you know, the fact that the pill is an incentive to be counting your calories, to be doing exercise. How much of it is really psychological? How much of it is the fact that you have this feeling of just being full?
You know, I think it is more than an incentive. I mean, phentermine is a known appetite suppressant, and topiramate, they believe what happens is it just makes you feel fuller faster. So you can eat less and feel fuller. But I think it really is important to note that Meg and others in the study also received nutrition counseling and received exercise counseling.
Right.
So, you know, she said it right here. It's not just the pill. She also knew how to eat healthier, and she also worked out more.
Right. And again, she even thought she was on the placebo, which is fascinating, because if I thought I was on the placebo, I'd probably just stop taking it, thinking, okay, well, the other thing
and then you get out of the trial.
Well, of course. Then all the results would be off. But Meg said she lost 48 pounds the first year. She only lost 2 the next year. And then when she was off the drug, she put 20 back on. And I think that in terms of managing expectations, the huge weight loss comes right at the beginning, right? Not necessarily after that.
Right. The bigger weight loss is often in that first year, and then the years that follow are often maintenance. Now, I asked the medical director, you know, of this company about that, and I've asked other people as well. And what people have said about diet drugs is that some people may have to be on them forever. I mean, that may be the case. As we saw, she gained back a good chunk of that weight.
Right. And Meg, we don't want to let you go before asking you another question. Is this the kind of drug that you would take again once it becomes available? Were you frustrated that you put the weight back on? Do you want to go back on the drug and see if you can, I don't know, lose however much weight you want to lose the second time around?
Definitely frustrated that I put it back on, and would love the opportunity to try it again.
Okay. And was there something in terms of the exercise? Was it something, did you just sort of lose the motivation? Because that is a big part of all of this.
I pulled an Achilles tendon playing soccer in August of last year, so I am still in the recovery phase of that, trying to work it all out.
Yeah, we saw you playing soccer, and you look great, boy. That was, I think, when you were at your thinnest. So, Meg Evans, thank you so much. Elizabeth Cohen, as always, so interesting. We really appreciate it. Thank you. And there's Meg. You can see some of the pictures there, and that's when she was losing all that weight.